play some beats, but I forgot to tell you one thing.
All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Under Pressure. I'm Phil. That's Eric, and we're back with episode 2. We've made some changes, as you can see. We got a little bit of a different setup. We got the monitor and everything with the logo, and we made some changes based on comments from the first episode. So I hope the changes make a difference. But yeah, let's get right into it. We're gonna start with the Raptors, obviously. They just finished Game 3, so they're up 3-zip. We're thinking that they're gonna sweep following Game 4, but I think so far everything's going pretty well. You know, they bounced back this game like we talked about.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Game 2, I was pretty pissed off. You know how they played in Game 2.
Yeah.
Because there's absolutely zero excuse to almost lose to the Brooklyn Nets, to be losing to them for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter you finally take it over, which is a good thing. It's a good thing that the Raptors always take it over in the fourth against teams like this. But there's no excuse to be losing 3 quarters to the Brooklyn Nets, and you should be beating them by double-digit points.
Yeah.
Obviously, Game 3 they beat them by double-digit points. First game they did as well. So I was a little bit pissed off how they played in Game 2, but they bounced back Game 3. And but to be honest, man, like I feel like they're still a little bit rusty, like in terms of because when you're going up against Boston and Milwaukee in future rounds, and even Miami, like you gotta be on your A game. You know what I mean? You can't be playing sloppy against the Brooklyn Nets, for instance, and expect to
have a different outcome against Boston.
Yeah, or Milwaukee. I'm mostly terrified of Milwaukee. I am absolutely terrified of the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. As a Toronto Raptors fan, that is the team that I'm scared of, because I don't know who's going to freaking shut down Giannis. And you got to shut him down if you want a chance to beat the Bucks. And
our point still stands about individually. You had a point about OG not picking up yet, and Gasol hasn't really picked up yet, offensively speaking.
Yeah, he's an offensive facilitator, is Gasol, and he's a defensive presence. But man, if you're a starter on the Toronto Raptors, you gotta produce more on the offense, man. You gotta step up, man. Because you're facing Boston's great at perimeter shots. So is Milwaukee. So is Miami, especially Miami, freaking Hero, and all of those dudes can really shoot the 3-ball. So when you're facing these teams who are great at perimeter shots, you got to at least produce a little bit on the offensive end.
Yeah, OG's got to pick it up next.
He's definitely got to pick it up. Yeah, he's scoring single-digit points every game. He's the X factor, and I said that in the first episode, and he's really got to get it going.
Like you said, you can't get away with that against teams like Boston. With Brooklyn, that's a different case. People like that not performing, but you need OG next round for sure.
You do. You need OG to produce more. You need more offensive production if you want to have a chance to beat elite teams.
I think Nurse needs to start using Thomas a bit more, and Boucher, like we talked also.
Nick Nurse has a hidden gem in Matt Thomas. He has a hidden gem. He needs to run plays for him. Nick Nurse is a smart coach. He's coach of the year, in my opinion, and he needs to start running some plays for Matt Thomas, because Matt Thomas' shot, even if it's a miss, it looks like it's going in. The guy's wet. He has a great shooting form. Just get him open looks.
JJ Redick, but
yeah, he is in terms of shooting.
I guess he's a liability on defense. Maybe that's why they don't use him. I don't know. But then again, you're going against Brooklyn, so what does that matter?
Yeah, sub him in get the guys going against the Nets. You got a good point there. Sub him in, let's say a minute per, I don't know, sub him in for a minute, take him off, sub him in again, just run plays for him, try to get him going.
And then have him set up so that come next round, he's already, he's got a rhythm and everything.
Exactly.
So those are a couple of issues we see there with that series, but.
And do you know what I just realized?
Definitely
actually?
A sweep.
Sweep. Bring out the broom. But OG Anunoby, I think that's the guy who Nick Nurse really needs to start building up, going into the Milwaukee series, assuming that we get it to the Milwaukee series, assuming that Milwaukee gets the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because he's that guy, man. Pascal Siakam's not going to shut down Giannis. I don't see that. I just don't see that. I see OG Anunoby guarding Giannis.
So you're saying to start putting OG on the most talented offensive player leading up to Milwaukee. Okay.
Yeah, because if you want a chance to beat Milwaukee, you have to shut down Giannis. Milwaukee's not that good without Giannis. That's what I've realized. What happened last year? Bucks go up 2-0. What does Nick Nurse do? He puts Kawhi Leonard, the all-defensive player that he is, on Giannis. Giannis gets shut down. The Raptors beat the Bucks 4 straight games. You know what I mean? And obviously that was a gamble Nick Nurse took, because it's a lot of energy on the defensive end trying to guard Giannis, and you still need the offensive production that Kawhi Leonard brings to the table. That's why Nick Nurse didn't do that for the first two games. First two games of that series, Raps lose, and then they win 4 straight because Kawhi Leonard still produced on the offensive end while shutting down Giannis.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, man, as long as you produce on the offensive end, Giannis is shut down, you have a very good chance of beating the Bucks.
That's true. Well, we'll see what happens when they get to that point. For now, we got Boston to worry about, assuming everything works
Miami,
out.
I think it should be Boston, Milwaukee second round. It should be.
No,
Raps.
we face Boston second round.
Oh, we face Boston. There you go. That's a tougher test than Miami. I thought we faced Miami second
I had a
round.
dream
Milwaukee,
last night for some
Miami.
reason that Jaylen Brown got injured for the rest of the season and he was out, so that when we were to face them second round, we didn't have to deal with him.
Yeah.
But,
That's
unfortunately, it's just a dream.
not that we hope on injuries. Everybody, I like good competition.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Boston's gonna be a tough test. Boston's. I wouldn't say they got the best starting 5 in the NBA, but they're definitely up there. They got a better starting 5 than the Raptors, I think.
In terms of just the starting lineup, they have a lot of depth and a lot of contributors. So,
but their bench, I think the Raptors got the better bench. What do you think?
yeah, we got a way better bench. They don't have much coming off the bench besides Smart.
But they got good perimeter shooters. I don't know, man. Like for me, like I just think
They've been
the
destroying
Raptors-
us, so I don't know. I don't know if that really matters because they've been creaming us every game.
I know. I just know because like I just don't think the Raptors have enough. The Raptors need to get more of the shots going. Like I just feel like the Raptors are too inconsistent. You know what I mean? That's just what I think. Because like there's zero excuse. I firmly believe the Raptors should go to the NBA Finals this year. There's no excuse for that otherwise. But they really got to get going. You got to be beating Brooklyn. Brooklyn's an inexperienced young playoff team.
Yeah, they're doing good against Brooklyn. So.
Yeah, and I just don't think Brooklyn's that good to be honest. So you should be beating Brooklyn by 20 points a game, even though it is the playoffs.
That's true.
No excuse, but hopefully the Raptors get it going. We'll see. But yeah, it should be a sweep. I got Raps in 4 still.
I do too. That's a wrap for the Raptors series. Let's move on to the next.
No pun intended.
That's no pun. All right.
You want to do Lakers Portland?
Yeah. No, let's stay with the East.
Oh yeah, stay with the East. Celtics and Philly.
Yeah, I'm thinking sweep as well. I think you said that
I
Philly.
got Celtics in 5. I'll give Philly one game, but especially with Ben Simmons out, yeah.
I don't see much happening with that team. You got Embiid's doing all right, but beyond Embiid, there's not much contribution.
Tobias Harris is overpaid, and do you know
Huge
what,
money, dude.
Do you know what? Even if Simmons was playing, I just don't like Philadelphia. I think they're overrated. I just don't like Philadelphia. I think Boston's way better. I don't know, man. Philly's gonna get eliminated first round in 4 or 5 games, like we said. And do you know what? I think the process is done. You don't trust the process anymore. It's time to blow that team up.
There's nothing to trust.
Keep Embiid. I guess you have to keep Tobias Harris. You can't trade that contract anyways. You just got to build around Tobias and Embiid. Maybe keep Ben Simmons, but everybody, I don't know, man. You got to blow that team up in some way or another. But who do they got as their general manager? Brian Colangelo. No disrespect to Brian Colangelo or anything, but I have zero.
I don't think he's the GM. I think he's because the GM is Elton Brand, isn't it?
Elton Brand. He makes the moves though. Doesn't Colangelo make the moves?
Is he the VP? Then you're saying like Masai?
I'm pretty sure. I think so. I think that's what I meant. Colangelo makes the moves. Like whoever, that's what I meant. Or
maybe it's the other way around. We don't really know that situation well enough, but I think he's still there. I know or maybe did he get let go? Because remember he had that scandal a couple years ago. He had that burner account.
He may have got let go.
He might not even be there.
Either way, they got to blow it up. I was just harping on Colangelo because he's the whole guy that started this whole thing. Guy. We don't like him as Raptors fans. He drafted first overall, bro.
He gave us Primo Pasta, didn't work.
Primo Pasta and Sauce did not work out. That guy was a bust.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sixers need a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
They got to blow up that team. Keep Embiid. Well, no, they don't.
Keep Embiid.
I don't know if they will keep Embiid because the rumors are he's going to go to Golden State.
I hope not. Screw Golden State.
That'd be a crazy.
Golden State always gets so stacked somehow. I don't know where they always get all this money from.
They have either the 2nd or 3rd round pick this year coming up.
Yeah, they do.
Second.
I think
it's Minnesota and then
it's
Golden State.
Bro.
Yeah. Wow.
Second pick.
You think they're gonna draft somebody or?
They'll draft somebody.
Might get them. They might. I've been seeing that they might draft Wiseman because.
Who do you think's going first overall? LaMelo.
First overall? No.
Yeah, no, they might draft Wiseman.
Maybe what? Yeah, actually, Melo might.
They got some good pieces at Golden State, man. Not to get off topic, they got Wiggins now. He's gonna be great in the Golden State system.
Or he's just a really good asset for them to use to get somebody else. Like if they package.
I heard about this.
Yeah, if they might package him in the pick. That'd be pretty good. They could get a lot for that.
We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. We will see.
Okay, so
You want to move on and keep on in the East? We got.
you said 5 games for Boston. I say sweep.
5 games. Trust me. Don't trust. No, I'm kidding. I got 5. I'll give Philly 1 game.
Okay, all right.
Heat, Pacers.
Yeah, I want to go sweep again with my.
I'm gonna go 5 games. I'll give the Pacers 1 game, but the Pacers.
Yeah, I'll give the Pacers 1 game too.
The Pacers
haven't been showing too much.
Yeah, they haven't been showing too much at all. Why does this happen every podcast, man? Siri literally went off of my phone the last podcast too. It's the weirdest thing.
I think you need an Android. You gotta get rid of Siri. Siri's messing stuff up.
Apple, yeah, Siri's like eavesdropping on us, you know.
Siri's a creep. We can't say her name because she's gonna keep coming up.
Siri. Anyways,
she's gotta go.
Just like freaking Simmons gotta go, Siri's gotta go. All right, let's keep on topic.
Heat and 5.
Heat, Pacers, Heat and 5. He got Heat and 5
I'll
as
say
well.
Heat and 5 too. Pacers are gonna get 1 game.
Pacers are developing though, man. I just don't think they're there yet. You got Victor Oladipo, great player. You got Sabonis, he's a great player, but he's young and he's inexperienced. You got T.J. Warren, Miles Turner, all young, all inexperienced. Although Miles Turner's actually been in the league for a few years now, if I remember.
You got a pretty good bench too. You got McDermott.
Just not there yet though. You can't. They can't contain the Heat. The Heat are just shooting the lights out. And the Heat got some good role players, man, and they got Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's a good leader on the Heat. I think he's a really good fit with the Heat. Their chemistry is great, and the Heat's a really strong, like good-looking team. Like they just look good.
I know I've said this before, but do you think they remind you of the Raptors the way the Heat are built? Because they don't have a superstar, right?
Yeah, well, they got Jimmy Butler. I wouldn't call him a superstar.
He's not any better than Kyle Lowry, in terms of maybe a bit better.
I'd say if you put both rosters together, Raptors and Heat, the best player is Jimmy Butler. I would say that. But
then after that, you just have a bunch of like role players who do really well.
And do you know what? Miami and Toronto, those 2 teams, if you're like a rookie going to the NBA, I feel like you want to be in one of those 2 teams, or Golden State, because Golden State's got a great system too, but especially Miami and Toronto, because Toronto's has a great 905 development league, and Miami has a great development as well.
Yeah, we'll see. Heat and 5.
Heat and 5, baby. Bucks, Magic.
Pacers need another All-Star. That's for sure. They're not.
Yeah. They need another All-Star. Just no more Paul George, you know, how they used to have.
All right, next,
the last series of the East, we got Bucks and Magic. Man, I was stunned. I was so stunned that the Magic stole Game 1. What's up with the Magic always spoiling Game 1s? Because the Raptors won the championship last year. Raptors faced Magic in the first round, and Magic took that series. Not the series, obviously, but they took Game 1 as well, which was stunning in its own fashion. This was more stunning though, because the Bucks have been laying hell on the whole NBA this past season. You would not expect them to lose any games in the first round, especially against the Orlando Magic.
I'd be surprised if they lost another game. Like for Orlando to get 2-1 Bucks,
they won't.
That means a lot.
Yeah, no, the Magic caught them off guard, but I have full faith in Milwaukee. Though those guys are on a mission this year. Those guys are pissed off. They're hungry.
They're pissed off, but they're not as good as people make them to be.
They're not, because if you shut down Giannis, the Raptors got a better bench than Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Like if you shut down Giannis, there are ways to beat Milwaukee.
Yeah, exactly.
They got Chris Middleton. They got
Middleton is good, but Bledsoe's a pretty. I don't like Bledsoe. He's a pretty bad point guard. I mean, he was pretty bad against Toronto last year. He was pretty brick.
Yeah, but he has
no perimeter game. He's just a slasher. That's it. So a lot of those players on the Bucks outside of Giannis and Chris are pretty one-dimensional. So if you close them off, then you can kind of close them off and really limit them.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Bucks and 5. What do you say?
It's a lot of we'll see. Bucks and 5. Yeah.
Bucks and 5. Yeah. There's a lot of in 5s here. Obviously, I would have had Bucks sweeping, and I said that last episode.
Western Conference is a different story.
I don't know how the hell Magic won Game 1. But anyways, let's move on to the West, because that's a different animal. Everybody, you want to start Lakers Portland?
Yeah. Logo Lillard. 7 games.
This is where we disagree. This is the main West series that we're all watching here. I got Lakers in 6, and you got Portland in 7. I'll tell you why I got Lakers in 6. It has nothing to do with the Lakers specifically. It has everything to do with Portland. I just see a lot of fool's goal in Portland, man. I just don't see them.
Who's fool's goal in Portland?
No, like Dame's heroic shots and stuff like that.
That's not fool's goal. That's consistency. It's fool's goal if it's a one-off thing. That's not
fair. I just don't see anything like that happening to the Lakers, especially in the first round. I don't see Portland beating the Lakers, man. You're talking about 7 games. One game, yeah, it could go 50-50. I'll give Portland credit there, just like how they took game 1. But other than that, man, like you saw the Lakers destroy the Trailblazers in game 2. And I don't know, man. Like
it's going to be a back and forth.
It's not going to be a back and forth. It's not going to be back and forth. The Lakers will take it in 6. I guarantee it. I don't see anything else other than that. I'll give Portland one more win, but they're not beating the Lakers, man, especially in the first round. Hell no.
Well, it's going to be a bit tougher now because Lillard's has a small injury on the index finger.
Yeah,
he jammed it or he broke it. Sorry.
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't think that
they're saying Kobe would have popped it right back in.
Yeah, he's got that Kobe mentality. I don't think that will affect Lillard. I remember Kobe played for like the longest time with.
That same game that he broke it, he popped it back in and went back.
Kobe's a beast. Lillard's
similar. He's not
out of any player in the NBA. I'll give Lillard. He's closest to Kobe. That
mentality,
Kobe Mamba mentality. I'll give him that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think so too.
Like he's got it more than LeBron. LeBron's not close at all to Kobe's mentality or Jordan's mentality for that matter. I'm not hating on LeBron. He's a great player. I got Lakers.
He just ain't no Kobe.
Yeah, he ain't no Kobe. He ain't no Jordan. But he will beat the Trailblazers in 6 games or 5 games. But I'm gonna say Lakers in 6. You got Portland 7. You really think, man, that if it comes to a game 7, that LeBron is losing in the first round of Portland?
They could. They got
first seed to an 8 seed. You really think that?
Yeah, Portland's got some desperation to them. Melo's got some desperation to them. You know, they don't want to. They went from the Western Conference Finals to they don't want to go to a Western Conference Finals to a first round exit, so they're pushing it to 7 games.
Lakers got desperation to them. LeBron's got desperation. When LeBron plays with that will, he's a tank. He's like 250 pounds, and he's a tank. Yeah. He's big and fast, and you can't stop him, and he's got moves.
He's old though. He's getting old. He's got the gray hairs on the.
Fair enough. You got Anthony Davis to back him up. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Anthony Davis ain't no D Wade or Kyrie.
Obviously, Avery Bradley's not there. Rondo's not there, and they're missing them. But we're talking about the first round. I just still don't see Portland beating the Lakers. If they beat the Lakers, it'll have to be in 7. But if it goes to a game 7, I'd still bet my money on the Lakers.
Sure. Let's say they beat they beat the Blazers. Lakers still got a lot of issues. Too many issues, in fact, to even consider them to get to the finals. You got Kuzma. Kuzma's got problems. Danny Green's got problems. Some role players aren't.
Some major problems. You hear that? The Lakers fans, true story. They started some online petition to get Danny Green off the team. They were so pissed how he played in game 1. This is after game 1.
They're missing Rondo, Bradley, so Dion and JR aren't the players that they need really. Yeah. So
definitely not.
They got some issues. Do you think
they got some issues? I don't got them going to the finals.
Yeah, me neither. Western Conference Finals at least.
I do got them in 6. But dude, I'll say this on the podcast. I don't care. Like game 1, and you know this. I actually have Portland winning game 1 still, and I wish I bet money on it, but freaking TD, I didn't allow me to go on Bet365. I got to switch banks. I would have made so much money. If you bet $100, you would have got $183. You bet $500, you would have made $450 profit. Like I looked at the margins. Crazy stuff.
You need some side income to pay off the Beamer now.
Yeah.
That's a story for another day.
Yeah, that's a story for another day. But
all right, we got Mavericks Clippers now since we're done with the Lakers.
I feel like Mavericks Clippers is gonna be.
Yeah, we're pretty back and forth on that as well.
You got back and forth. I respect that because you got Clippers. I got Mavericks.
I'm saying we don't agree. Yeah, this is another series we don't agree on. I don't see much from Mavericks. I see Luka, and that's about it.
The Mavericks bench has to show up, though. If they don't show up, the Clippers will beat them. But do you know what, man? Everybody always talks highly of the Clippers, mainly because they got the 1-2 punch in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I just don't see that much in Paul George. Paul George fails every time he gets to the playoffs for some reason. And I'm cutting him no slack because this is no different. And, yeah, they got Kawhi Leonard.
They got depth. I think out of all the teams, they got the most depth because you got 2 6-mans pretty much. You got Lou Will, Harrell.
I'm talking about an upset. Obviously, the Clippers are the favorites. I see an upset, man. Like the Mavs. The Mavs got some good players, man. Like, yeah, they really got no stars. They got Luka. I'd say Kristaps is a star. Like, not like a huge star, but he's like, well, they're not all huge stars, but you got the 2 main guys in Luka and Kristaps. But they got some good role players, man. They got Tim Hardaway Jr. That guy can ball. They got DeLon Wright, former Raptor. I mean, yeah,
not a starting point guard.
You're not too big on DeLon Wright, but he knows how to play, man. Like, he's a system player, and the Mavs got a good system.
He's all right. He's not a starter. Which goes to my point that Mavericks are missing some
Mavs in 7. I just think the Clippers. I don't know, man. I feel like
you got Mavs in 7.
I do. I just feel like the Clippers got some interior issues. Like I heard some stuff earlier in the season.
We need Jovan's opinion right now on this. Shout out to Jovan.
He's a huge Mavs fan. But I don't know, man. Like, the Mavs got Seth Curry. Like, that guy can shoot just like his brother. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
He's not that
man.
good of a shooter.
Yeah, but still, if you set him up, like if you run plays for him, that's what I mean. I just feel like the Mavs got a good system. Obviously, like Clippers head coach Doc Rivers, one hell of a coach. But I don't know. It's not a favorite pick to take. I do got the Mavs in 7 though. I just feel like an upset's brewing here. I feel like Paul George is going to collapse. He collapsed in game 2. I just feel like a collapse is brewing here with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, Paul George is overrated for sure. But
I just don't see Kawhi Leonard. I'm not going to – it's disrespectful to the rest of the team to say he's going to carry this team over the Mavs. But I just don't see the collective unit of the Clippers.
You're thinking that the Clippers with Kawhi –
brewing, bro. I just don't see them beating the Mavs.
You're thinking Kawhi in the first round is going to lose to the Mavericks.
Sure.
After winning it.
I just see an upset
That's ambitious.
It is ambitious, but I'm going to go with the Mavs. I don't know. I'm hoping for it,
we
too.
shall see. I'm saying Clippers in 6.
Mavs in 7.
That's going to be tight. If we're putting money on this, I think I might be the one making the money. Mavs in 7. That's
it's a risk. It's a risky.
That's
pick.
risky business.
It is risky business.
Oh, we shall see. Marcus Morris. They got Zubats.
They got some good pieces. Yeah.
Shamit.
They got some good pieces.
Yeah, Joakim too. Yeah.
It's gonna be a one hell of a series, man. I don't know. I just these Mavs are something though. Like if you watch them all season.
I'll tell you this: they're one all-star away from being extremely competitive.
Yeah, and why did Dirk have to retire? You know what I mean? Like, he should have stayed on this team. He
could have been an advisor. I don't know if he could still be playing. He's pretty old.
Yeah, but he was still averaging decent points. I forget what number it was last season. He was still averaging
last year.
Like 6 to 8 points per game or something.
That's not much.
No, but still, it's a piece.
I guess. Yeah, I'm saying they need another all-star. They need a point guard.
Yeah.
So
we'll see, man. I got Mavs in 7.
Okay, next round.
Not a popular pick.
Or sorry, next series is Houston. You want to do Houston and
Houston OKC.
2-0 so far.
I got
James Harden's looking a little overweight. You seen those pictures of him?
Yeah.
He's got the huge belly and everything.
I just think OKC is too inexperienced for now for the playoffs.
Yeah,
they got Chris Paul.
Houston shooting lights out, man. They're dropping record threes each game.
OKC can't contain Houston. And yeah, Russell Westbrook does not want to lose to Houston. He's not going to lose to Houston. James Harden they're all shooting lights out, breaking records every game.
So sweep?
I got sweep.
Okay.
I was gonna say 5, but I don't know. Like, I don't think OKC is cut out to even beat Houston for one game in the playoffs. You know what I mean? In a playoff atmosphere, it's just not gonna happen.
But they got a good future if Chris stays with them. We'll see if he stays with them.
Yeah. And who's that Canadian kid who could really play?
Shea. Gilgeous Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander. Yeah, he's a
good guy.
Really
yeah,
straight out of Hamilton, starter. He's really developing. He's still too young and inexperienced to actually do some damage in the playoffs, I'd say.
He's got to beef up a little bit too. He's got a small frame.
Yeah, he's got that rookie frame. You know what I mean? But he's gonna be a really good player
in a couple of years. Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, shout out to OKC. They're really developing over there. But
that's a pretty good. In the span of like a year, they managed to get rid of Westbrook and George and still stay competitive.
Yeah.
That's a good sight to see.
And it was a good move to get rid of Westbrook. They
weren't going anywhere.
I don't think he was a good fit.
It was like kind of like with Toronto with DeMar and Kyle. You tried a couple years and you got to the finals one year, but you didn't win it. So time to move on.
Yeah. Eastern Conference Finals.
What do you mean Eastern Conference Finals?
They got the Eastern Conference Finals, didn't win it.
No, I mean the NBA Finals. They didn't win it when they made it one with KD and Serge.
Back on the Heat. Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying. I'm saying with Russell, they times run out. So they
take in if KD, Ibaka, Westbrook,
that was and
Harden
sick team.
Stuck together in OKC. Oh man, that was a bad move to break up that group. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, I remember those finals. We were in grade 9 when that happened, and
that was a really sick team. They could have
lost 4-1 to the Heat in that finals. Fuck.
They just needed some more time, right? They ran out of money, so they had to get rid of Harden. They had to trade him, right? That's where it fell apart.
Yeah, and then Westbrook, I don't think Westbrook was ever a good fit in OKC, to be honest. They never really got anywhere with him.
No, that's true.
But yeah, OKC, more of the story, they're a lot better now. It's just not their year this year. I still got them being swept out of the playoffs. But next year,
within the next 5
add
years,
one more piece, add some more role players, good to go.
We are good to go.
You know what I mean? And how far do you see Houston going this year in the playoffs?
Do we know who would they face next round? We keep mixing that up.
What
Clippers,
seed are
right?
they?
No, Lakers or Clippers, one of the two.
Okay, are Houston's what, third seed? Yeah,
Um,
or are they fourth?
no,
Are they
fourth.
They're fourth, so they would face Lakers. It'll be Houston Lakers second round.
Right.
He just agreed to that. Hey, I got you there. He just agreed that the Lakers are moving on to second round.
No.
It would be Houston versus Lakers or
Portland.
Trailblazers.
If they're facing the Lakers, yeah, they're screwed. They can't beat the Lakers. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Portland, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Portland has a good chance of beating Houston if they were to get to the second round. They match up really well with Houston. I personally don't see Houston getting past the second round. I just don't think their system of shooting up threes and James Harden, doing all these shots, and same thing with Westbrook. You got two of the biggest ball hogs in the NBA sharing the spotlight, 1-2 punch on the Houston Rockets. I just don't see them getting past the second round.
Yeah, they won't get past the second round, but it'd be fun to watch them and the Lakers. That'd be high offense.
Yeah, it would be high off. No defense though.
Defense.
Every game will probably be like past 100 points for both teams.
Course,
Let's be honest.
Like an all-star game almost.
Yeah, basically. Just ISO every play.
Exactly. Yeah,
All
that
right.
team is weird.
So yeah, we covered Lakes.
We got Nuggets, Jazz.
Houston.
Nuggets,
Covered
Jazz.
Clips. So yeah, Nuggets and Jazz
At
last
least-
series we haven't
at
covered
least
yet.
Interesting
The
series.
least interesting series in the West, that is, because I'd say the least interesting series is actually Bucks Magic in the
Yeah,
East.
that's
gonna be a
pretty
sweep.
lame.
Or okay. Anyways, so Nuggets Jazz.
Playing tonight right now. It's 1-1.
I got
Nuggets
Nuggets
in 6.
Nuggets in 6. Yeah. No, that ass. I got Nuggets in 6.
All right.
Jamal Murray, his step back. He's really developed that step back shot. It's he's a force, man. Like in a few years, that guy's gonna be an all-star in the Western Conference. I'm calling it right now.
Jamal?
Canadian guy, straight out of
Yeah, you're
Waterloo.
thinking he's gonna make an all-star, right?
Yeah.
Sometime.
And if he was in the East, he'd probably already be an all-star
for sure,
for a reserve. That is.
West. I don't think I can see him being an all-star.
In a few years, though, give him a few years. I have high hopes in him. And take in. Well, back when he played in the OBA on KW Vipers, nobody thought he was going to the NBA. Everybody was talking about other players. Nobody even paid
Wiggins,
attention.
they were all
to him.
talking about Wiggins.
Yeah, they were talking. Yeah, Wiggins, and there were some other names. I'm not going to mention them because they're irrelevant. They're not in the NBA. I think they're playing
Bennett.
in Europe. No. Yeah, Bennett.
Big old bust.
I never heard about Bennett until the draft, though, which
Really?
is weird. Yeah, I never heard about Bennett. He was shocked to be drafted. You see his reaction when he got drafted? Like, nobody thought he was going to get drafted first overall. But my point is that now look at Jamal Murray. So I'm really happy for the guy. He's a 97.
I think you were
he's all
shocked
year.
because he was going to Cleveland.
Got a lot of
Pretty big
pressure,
jump.
LeBron just left. A lot of pressure in Cleveland.
So outcome for that series, you got Nuggets in 6.
Nuggets in 6. I just don't see.
Got
Obviously,
my
Mike.
guy Jokic, Serbia.
Yeah, Serbian represent. I got
Serbia,
obviously Conley's coming back to the Jazz now.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. The Jazz, they're a good team, and they match up really well with the Nuggets. To be honest, that should be a great series. But I just don't see them. The Nuggets are they're a way more advanced team, I'd say. And now that it's playoffs, I'll give the Jazz one more win. They already got one win. I still got Nuggets in 6, though. It's not going to 7. Either way, I got Nuggets.
The Jazz are another team that are missing maybe one more good player, and then they got
The Jazz got a really good team, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, just like OKC, they got to add some role players. Maybe one big piece. Like
The Mike Conley idea might not be working out for them.
For some reason, whatever team Mike Conley's on, it never seems to work out. Haven't you noticed that? Like when he was on the Grizzlies.
They were pretty good when they had Zach and Gasol. They didn't make it far, but
I don't know.
they had some runs. Mike Conley at this point, he's pretty old, so.
Yeah, but how far has Mike Conley ever gone in the playoffs? Like, he's definitely not. He's never gone to
Western
NBA
Conference
Finals.
Finals.
Western Conference. Oh yeah, against Golden State, right?
No, San Antonio.
Oh yeah, San Antonio. Yeah. No, but one time it was Memphis and Golden State in the Western Conference Finals.
Was it?
Yeah, I remember that. I'm pretty sure Mike Conley was on that team. But either way, man, like Mike Conley, he's like that point guard you look at, like he should have been to the NBA Finals already. Obviously, it's not his fault or anything.
Yeah.
A lot of it is situational.
In terms of how he fits on the Jazz, though, it's not. Yeah, I don't know if it's really working out.
Point being, it's not. I don't think it's a good fit. The Jazz are missing a few things. Got to switch some things up. They're not beating the Nuggets. I'll give them one more win. Nuggets in 6 though. End of story.
That'll be a
Nuggets
big disappointment though for the Jazz too. They have high expectations.
Especially
first round exit.
Because they're supposed to match up well against the Nuggets too. Take in their game against the Nuggets in the bubble regular season game. It went to 2 overtimes and the Nuggets ended up winning it.
Really?
Yeah, it went to 2 overtimes. It was a great game, but Yeah, like I just don't see those kind of.
Yeah,
close
they're
games
inconsistent
happening
too.
Now it's the playoffs.
They're inconsistent as well.
Very
On top
inconsistent.
of all that.
Nuggets are a good team. Great, very underrated.
How far you think the Nuggets can go?
Second round.
That's it?
though. Yeah. Because who would they face in the second round? What seed is the Nuggets? They're third, right?
Yeah.
The third seed, so they would face the Clippers or the Mavs. Notice what I did there, because obviously Clippers are favorites. They'd face the winner of that series.
That could be. Yeah, that'd be good.
If they face the Mavs, that would be a good matchup. If they face the Clippers, I got Clippers going to Western Conference.
If they face the
Finals.
Mavs, that'd be a better matchup, just in terms of how they match up, height and everything. They got both of them are extremely tall teams.
But listen, if the Mavs beat the Clippers, they're not losing to the Nuggets in the second round. I got the Nuggets going to second round cap.
Plus, they're sitting on a huge prize possession. Bol if that guy works out.
Bobo, baby.
I like him.
That guy reminds me of he's like that mainstream name that shouldn't be a mainstream name, kind of like a Taco Fall or
Mobamba.
Yeah, that's what
But Bobo has something to him. Like he's actually a good player.
No, he really showed up to impress, especially in his first game back in the bubble.
He's got handles at that height. He's like 7'2".
Yeah,
he's got
huge,
handles.
Man. He's got handles.
He got a jump shot. He can be scary in a couple of years. Like they're really sitting on something. So that'll be cool. Him and Jokic front court. That'd be deadly.
Yeah. Oh, no. You were saying Denver
had that like 5-man lineup of all players above 6'10".
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's a beast lineup.
Him or Jokic were running point that first game that they tried that. That was crazy.
Yeah. So they do. Yeah, the Nuggets got some pieces that they could really just kind of like a Nick Nurse situation, almost like just like try different
situational pieces.
Yeah, try different situational pieces. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's an
they
interesting
got a good team over in Denver.
Yeah, they're not bad.
They don't have that advantage anymore of playing at home court with the freaking.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like like you think about all these, series and how much different they'd be with home court advantage and everything, right? Like Portland really benefits off their crowd when they play at home. They got a lot of energy at that arena.
So now it's almost like even playing field.
It is, yeah, but like you just think about what the outcomes would be if it were normal times.
Yeah, I think every game is a lot more competitive now because
you think
the hotels are eliminated. Like sometimes you don't sleep well in a hotel. The airfare, the traveling times. Missing out on sleep because you're traveling.
Yeah, it's all neutral.
It's all neutral, and like I've been saying this, like Lakers, Clippers, for instance, Western Conference Finals. Let's say if Corona never happened, it would happen at Staples Center. That would probably be the most competitive Western Conference Finals we've seen in time, just because of the fact that there will be no airplane riding, there'll be no hotels, there'll be no this, there'll be no that, and it's kind of like a rivalry, and it'll be Western Conference Finals,
both in LA.
But that could potentially happen in the bubble. I'm just saying, not that every series is going to be like that, but every series in the bubble, especially once we get past the first round, man, it's going to be competitive. Like, it's
going to be competitive.
It's going to be
no
fun,
advantages.
and there's going to be upsets. That's kind of why I got the Mavs. Like, you don't know with the bubble, man. Like, when you eliminate home crowds and everything, you just don't know.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but I'm looking forward to it going back to normal. I miss the fans. I miss all the energy.
I miss going to Jurassic Park and just drinking Jaeger shots before the game and just having fun.
We're missing all that as a Raptors fans. We're like as the players,
Especially
we're missing
Raptors
all
fans.
that.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park gives them a lot of energy and everything. So next year, hopefully.
Well, hopefully.
We never know.
We need that vaccine.
We need that vaccine, baby. Give it to us.
Give us that vaccine.
Get us juiced. All right.
Get us juiced.
We summed it up. I think we did this in pretty good timing. Last episode was a bit too long, so we're trimming it down. We're trimming the fat off.
Yeah, we got the pillows out of the couches.
We got the pillows out. Yeah. Shout out to your mom. She gave us good comments. Yeah, my mom
grilled me about the pillows. We got the TV here, so.
Twisted Tea, maybe he can sponsor you.
Man. I didn't even open it yet, but pretty
sponsor you.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Pretty soon, ESPN, we're coming for you, Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna verbally destroy you on here. That guy don't know nothing about basketball. He knows more about football. I got you, Stephen A. You
want his salary too, right?
I want it. He gets paid $10 million US a year, bro.
That's messed up.
You know what I mean? Shannon Sharp, you could take on Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. Listen, Skip. LeBron James Skip. Anyways, I don't want to get too carried away. I love impersonating Shannon Sharp. He's a jokes dude.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time.
Anyways, cheers, everybody.
Guys, we're done, and we will see you on the next episode, all right? So we're signing out. Take care.